This is Gimme 5, the debate show where me and my guests come up with a top 5 list, fantasy draft style. Everybody's got an opinion, and we want to know yours. It's up to you to decide who got the best top 5. Tangerine, if you could give us, what we talking about today?
All right, guys, so the topic for today is top 5 superheroes. Now, I know this is an age-old debate, but the fun of this show is that nobody gets to have the same answer as the other person. Yes, handsome man with the amazing braids.
Thank you. I just wanted to take time out to say that you look incredible, and your braids are killing it right now.
Thank you.
She's married, bro.
Thank you.
Is she married?
Could you stop cock-blocking?
Married to a real asshole, bro. She's just a horrible person.
You will not disrespect my husband
strong, though.
like that. I would like to let you know that we will be doing this snake draft style.
Snake draft?
Yeah, so it's going to keep switching up, and it's going to be clockwise, and it's going to start with Heather.
What? Okay.
Cool.
No, I changed my mind. Tehran.
What the hell?
That's how the show's going to go, guys.
Yeah.
Tehran
What
is
are you
first.
even looking at to get this information?
It came from here, my big forehead. It came from here, and it said
I learned
Tehran.
early in life, BT, never argue with a black woman.
That's right.
Learned
That's
that
right.
lesson early. My first pick is going to be somewhat typical, but still clinical. Batman. Batman is my favorite superhero. Batman is the detective, the greatest detective ever. Batman is the Dark Knight. Batman is the hero we deserve but don't need right now. That's Batman. Batman, and on top of that, Batman reminds us all that white people cannot deal with tragedy for shit.
Ooh.
Right? Black kid in the hood, parents die, he just gotta be a productive member of society or he's a thug. White guy's parents die, he becomes a vigilante and has to get revenge for all white parents.
This is the part where you say you want to take this shit.
No, I have a completely different.
You don't want to take Batman?
He understands this out of
What
respect.
the heck? What is? Hey, bro, you're not taking Batman.
I have a different pick. We're going counterclockwise. We're going clockwise.
And I'm sure it's gonna be a great.
So you don't want Batman. So you don't fuck with Batman. I just want to be clear.
He's not saying.
Because you
that.
love Batman.
That's not what he's saying. He understands.
When my turn comes, it'll make sense.
And also, I feel like who's the most like a billionaire playboy on this couch right now?
Yeah.
It would be the guy in the Versace
It would be
robe,
I.
for sure.
I would just like to say that.
See, he's
so
not taking
it makes a
Batman.
lot
Right?
of
Did you
sense.
see this?
And that's a very logical point, Teron, but you're not the smartest person on this couch.
Possibly, Heather J, if you're referring to yourself
To
being
that
the
regard,
smartest,
then I would be Batman.
you could be smart, but Batman's not the smartest. He's the most clever. And in that regards, that would be me again.
Damn, okay.
It
So
just got real.
I bow to your intelligence.
Batman's amazing.
I'm
Batman
also-
has a new amazing movie out. You got The Dark Knight. It's Batman.
And it's the only, it's the DC movies that count. Let's be very honest. Most DC movies are trash.
Yeah.
DC.
Run the other clip, baby.
I
Most of
specifically
them-
said in my contract I was not dealing with no DC slander.
I'm not
Most
slandering. I'm not slandering
DC
you.
live action.
I'm walking out.
Is
Cartoons be lit.
The cartoons are
Animated
amazing.
fire.
The TV
I'm
shows on
walking out.
CW everything pre-season 5s of everything except for Supergirl. Also amazing. Also amazing.
Thank you. I have Batman
Thank you.
listed for you.
Thank
And
you.
now we'll go to Jasmine.
Well, the greatest superhero ever is Spider-Man, easily. I mean,
Okay.
there's zero doubt about that. He's a young kid who grew up in the hood. Father passed. We don't know about them.
Miles?
That's him, ladies and gentlemen.
It's also Spider-Man. So yes, I'm talking about them all. His only aunt
Parker
friend
grew
who's
up in
old as shit.
Manhattan.
He grew up in Queens.
Nah.
He's from Queens.
But did he?
College kid who's broke. He couldn't afford. Car got towed in a comic book. He couldn't go get it because he has morals. And you know what? People shit on him all day. But you know he saves everybody anyways because that's the kind of guy he is. He's got real problems.
You know what, Chaz? I'll be
He still
honest.
saves people.
I understand why you picked Spider-Man. You remind me of the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. You do.
Super underrated.
You know what I said? I
Super
said what I said.
underrated. He was a great Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield
Terrible.
was kind
Is
of
that a
old.
compliment?
It's a great compliment.
Yes.
He's a great actor.
It's up to your interpretation. It's up to your interpretation. Andrew Garfield was amazing
Okay.
in Social Network. Amazing.
Tick, tick, boom.
Thank you, Chaz.
Easy pick.
CT.
Hello.
Hi.
All right. So here's why I mean Tehran's pick does not conflict with mine. I am choosing Michael Keaton's Batman.
I understand the difference.
There's a huge
If you're a comedian, if you're a comic book aficionado, there is a huge difference.
There's a huge difference between Batman
And Michael Keaton.
and Michael Keaton's Batman, as well as Kevin Conroy's Batman.
There's no
there is a complete difference, and because you
It's
like
just
Marvel, you
Batman.
don't see it. It
No,
is
it's
not just
just
Batman.
Batman.
No, it's not. There are different incarnations.
Multiverse bullshit. What's happening?
Yes,
There will
it is.
not be
So-
17 Batmans.
So
on
we
this
can
show.
do this
There
for
happen to
each
be
of the
17
Jokers
Batman
as
around.
well?
No,
Is
there's
that
only, it's just Batman, so you gotta take that.
No.
I knew you was gonna try to figure out a way to get it.
It is Michael Keaton's Batman, specifically from Batman and Batman Returns.
Understand.
Excuse me.
One of the greatest
Ex-
performances. Yes.
If I allow you to start naming the actors
no if.
behind superheroes,
There's no if. It's happening.
this could be endless because there are several different Jokers and Supermen. So what I'm gonna say is
That brings me to my next point before you even say that.
What
My
I'm gonna
second
say
one
is-
would
She
be,
lost. She
would be
lost.
Christopher Reeve Superman.
No. She lost. She lost.
what I'm gonna say is I will only allow it for you for this round.
No, hell no.
Moving
No.
on. Your turn,
No,
BT.
there cannot be multiple.
Kingsley.
It's
No.
only,
Hey,
we
no.
can't have multiple
Yes.
superhero
Go to commercial.
actors except for
No.
this time.
No.
I didn't get this in the
This is
email.
only because y'all fucking. No.
What?
No.
Hey,
There cannot be.
round.
No.
Hey, BT.
No.
BT, it's your turn.
No.
What is your pick?
Tangerine.
Yes, sir.
No.
BT.
What?
No.
Raw. Keep going.
No.
Yes.
Skip me.
I'm sorry, that's not how the show works.
Skip me.
Whose show is this?
That's not how the show works. We need you to make a choice.
This is
the people
bullshit.
show. It's the people
You know
show.
what else is bullshit?
This is bullshit.
Your complete
Skip me.
list.
Great ruling,
And that's what we need to
Tangerine.
hear.
Your list is bullshit already. Skip
Michael
me.
Keaton's Batman.
Come back to me and my shit gonna still be fired. Go to Heather.
Yes, Heather.
Christian Bale Batman.
Absolutely not, because I agree with Mr. Kingsley, the creator of the show. I'm gonna go with Goku from the Dragon Ball Z universe.
He's not a superhero.
Why, yeah, he's Super Saiyan.
He's, first of all, he's a horrible father. We're not even gonna get into that whole aspect of the situation.
Alright, we
Number
don't talk about all
two, he
that.
would rather fight people than raise his children. That's number three.
Every superhero in
As we continue this, he's not a hero. He's just somebody that's protecting his family and friends.
He saved the world.
He's a superhero.
Batman ruined and implanted toxicity into 7 youths.
Yeah, Batman was a horrible
I mean-
father. I'm just saying.
I'm
These
just
are
saying, we're
facts.
talking about what they doing in real life.
Batman, and speaking of the specific Batman, Michael Keaton Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman went on to try to help his entire city.
I never saw that.
He
Hold
couldn't
on,
get on
you're
the
not
seat
going to
in
slander my
73.
Batman. My Batman was the Joe Jackson of
even know who your
superheroes.
Batman is.
Okay, he beat greatness into all of his.
So what Batman does he
You
have?
know who your
He has
Batman
all of them
is.
He has all the Batman and his
You
Batman.
got all the Batman.
He got all the Batman.
I have Michael Keaton's
Michael
Batman.
Keaton.
No, but he's not. He has all the Batman.
My Batman was directly taken from the comic book
Yeah, that's
and
comic book
therefore
Batman.
adapted into the animated series and the trilogy, Christopher Nolan trilogy.
So he has the other 17
Neglected.
Batmans,
Yes.
and you have just
Nobody
yes.
meant.
This is very
nobody
clear to all
meant.
of us.
So anyway, I said Goku from the
Oh, thank
Dragon
you.
Ball Z universe
Yeah.
because he's Super Saiyan and therefore a superhero, and that's
He's a
my
Super Saiyan God Blue, and on top of that point, he's not a superhero. He's
saved the
not.
world.
So he's a hero.
So would
He
you
saved
like
the world multiple
to?
times.
So would you like to call bullshit on her pick?
I'm saving my pick for whatever
Okay.
BT's gonna say.
Because I was gonna say try it if you want to. Okay.
He
So
does
we're-
save the day time and time again.
He saves the day, but he's
saves
not
the
a
earth.
superhero.
Why? What is a superhero?
If you want to call bullshit on her choice, you can. Otherwise, we're moving on, and it would be BT's turn.
Who's your
I just
pick?
want you guys to know that it's bullshit. I'm gonna go Wolverine.
I saw that coming.
One of the most popular characters of all time. Amazing film.
Right under Spider-Man.
Right next to Spider-Man.
I don't want Wolverine, but I
Wolverine.
just always think Wolverine is extremely overrated. They pushed him in the movies, and then he became this big phenomenon. But the truth is, what exactly is his power? He's angry. He's an angry white man. Like, I don't understand what Wolverine really does. He's got
racist.
claws. If I need,
Don't. His
I'm
claw,
gonna
he's
scratch
never
you.
clawed nobody like this. He's only clawed like this. He's never clawed like
I'm
this.
just saying.
Don't make him a
adamantium-
puppy.
The adamantium. Listen, I've always just look. I love the X-Men, and I love I love the characters, but Wolverine to me was the least important, and they created an entire storyline when it's not
important.
based on him. Scott Summers has much more
And at the end of the
relevance,
day,
actually.
he can whoop Michael Keaton's ass.
Here's my problem with
Okay.
Wolverine. I feel like Wolverine has an odor problem in person. Every time I see Wolverine, I'm like, he funky.
He smells like
I can
cigar
see
smoke,
that.
if nothing else.
And underarms.
that.
because
100%.
They don't have a deodorant that way.
He
that
doesn't
would
look like he
work on
showers.
him.
Great
He just,
point.
I always get the vibe that he.
Goku ain't a superhero. Fuck all that.
So we're moving on to round 2.
All right.
I think it's round 2.
All right. So that makes Chaz first.
It's supposed to be a snake draft.
What does that mean?
It's not you next, that's for sure.
Why not?
See, this is why Tangerine.
Why not?
We know she be fucking it because that's not a snake.
Keep my wife's name
So
out your fucking mouth.
my snake was gonna go this way twice and then that way twice.
No, that's not a snake.
My snake. I do what I want.
Oh, tan snake.
Chaz, you're next. Like I said.
Magneto. Magneto's
All right, Magneto.
the greatest
great.
superhero of all time.
You're not gonna pout this whole episode, sir. He's not gonna pout this whole
I
episode.
think he is.
In which iteration of Magneto? Because Magneto
All of
is a
them.
supervillain.
All of
He's
them.
definitely a super
Wait a
villain.
minute. What are you guys talking about?
He's a
villain.
super villain.
What did he do wrong?
What do actually? I don't think he
Killed
did.
millions of people.
I don't think he
In
did.
the name of marginalized people.
Do you understand? To be a superhero, you have to save.
I'm sorry. Was Magneto not based on Malcolm X? The answer is yes. Will you count Malcolm X as a
Answer is
supervillain?
yes.
Is Malcolm X a villain to you guys?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm just asking. No.
Give me 5,
I
we'll
didn't
never
hear
be back, you guys.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stress myself out like
Please.
this.
Magneto was based on Malcolm X, so they Scarlett Johansson Magneto?
Well, because it was in the 60s, so you can't just have black people out everywhere.
Oh, they didn't have black people in the 60s. I understand.
No, they had them, but
no, I
you couldn't sell them to the white people.
Somebody should tell
In the
Superfly.
60s.
That's why he came out in the 70s.
Well,
I completely
Well, you gotta remember that Stan Lee.
He's also a hero.
You gotta remember that Stan Lee was 80. He was young.
Just
he
so
also
we're
had
clear.
Man Ape as a character.
That
You gotta give him
cape
some
is
slack there.
actually
So all these Jewish people that
Yeah.
Magneto represents, you're saying
No, Magneto's Jewish. That's fine. Magneto is based off of Malcolm X.
because of the characterization
And Martin Luther
of
King
the
was based off of
So
So you're saying because he saves
separationist
mutants,
movements.
he's a superhero.
because they both stand up for marginalized. One was peaceful, one was
Militant.
there you go.
Look
that
at
was
you.
Magneto. Therefore, to do what you can for the people who are marginalized,
How many
your
times
people.
did Magneto sell a single bean pie in any
Well, I didn't say he was
episode?
Muslim. I didn't say he was Muslim at all.
How many
All I
times did he
said
sell a gefilte
when he
fish?
was?
Listen, he is a villain. You cannot choose him as a superhero.
He's a hero to me and to
this-
millions of other mutants
if
who
this-
are
Who
attacked.
If this episode, Michael Keaton to save millions. If this episode is about the top 5 superheroes, not comic characters,
What show is this?
You
Are you
picked
calling-
a movie star.
Are you calling
he
bullshit?
is a superhero.
Are you calling bullshit on
On
his
Chance?
pick?
No, I told you I'm saving all my bullshit
I
for
think
BT.
Clayton's done talking then, isn't it? If he
Okay.
didn't call bullshit, aren't we done with this
ahead.
conversation?
All right, so then we'll wrap that up. CT.
My next choice will be Christopher Reeve Superman. I'm joking. It'll be Superman all around.
Okay. Superman is your second choice.
Superman is
Who Magneto can kill, but go ahead.
Superman.
is a bitch.
Oh. That's
The
a
most bitch ass character ever.
That's a
He's a whole
great
bitch.
soundbite.
Ladies and
He
gentlemen,
got 2 weaknesses: green rocks and fucking Lois Lane. He's a bitch.
ladies and gentlemen, what you're seeing right now is an adult tantrum from BT Kingsley.
Yes.
The Kingsley crew
Yes.
doesn't ever get a chance to see these tantrums up close, but you're seeing it
He's
live
a
in
big
person.
baby.
This is also always going to go down to BT Kingsley loving Marvel and CT enjoying DC Comics
Loving
because
DC.
DC is Detective Comics because we always trying to solve a mystery, we always trying to get to the bottom of some crime, whereas Marvel is just trying to be shiny.
You know what?
and
Who
do,
wasn't a detective? Michael Keaton, Batman.
So, CT gave us his choice of Superman. That brings us to Heather J. What is your choice?
As a black woman with thick thighs, I'm picking Storm.
Son of a.
Because that was the first time I saw somebody on TV. And I was like, yo, she thick and black too. And she mad powerful and she's got a lot of sense. And I feel like she rep black girl magic. the
Vixen was
best.
thick as well.
She is.
So I picked Storm.
Yeah, you
I
should
like
pick
that.
Vixen.
I didn't pick Vixen. I picked
Crazy how you switch
Storm.
up to Marvel when we around BT.
No.
All right, so thank you,
That's my pick.
Storm, for your choice. That brings us to Tehran.
I'm gonna go with Dr. Manhattan.
Interesting.
I said what I said.
Interesting.
Dr. Manhattan is clearly a superhero, saves the world time and time again. And on top of that, in the advent of the perfect world, removes himself from the situation, knowing it's the best thing to happen for the world. Then we have the HBO series, which was phenomenal. The movie, which was actually extremely underrated. If you watch the movie, because it was in the shadow of the Christopher Nolan trilogy, people compared it to Batman, but it's not Batman. That's the whole idea, is that Watchmen was a brilliantly done movie. Zack Snyder at his best. And we've seen Zack Snyder at his worst. So, what I'm saying is
Man lost his child.
that we have
Dr.
Dr. Manhattan, super powerful, super relevant, and also black in the second rendition.
And that's the one I got.
Dr.
I'm gonna
Manhattan.
go. I'm gonna go.
And got his dick out of him.
And
Let me tell you
profound.
something. I was
profound.
extremely
Big dick
uncomfortable.
energy for real. And that's what I'm all about. So
If you like war
I
criminals,
was like,
great pick.
flaccid, fam?
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, he's a war criminal. Do you not
No,
remember
no, no,
when
I'm so sorry.
When he torched an
Magneto.
entire village, women and
Magneto.
children? Do you
It's
not
a
remember it
war
was a pregnant
criminal.
woman? He also just torched everybody in the entire village. If you like war criminals and
Magneto.
You mean like Magneto?
No, Magneto's
Yeah,
never
Magneto-
torched women and children. He
Magneto did
saved an entire group of marginalized people
But he
and put them on their own
killed
place.
Dr. Manhattan
And they're to protect
was
What
a
about the people who
soldier,
weren't
and I would never
marginalized?
disrespect soldiers.
What about the people who are marginalized?
We're talking about the people he's killed.
Who?
Magneto.
What's up? I thought we were talking about the people Dr. Manhattan killed.
No,
I'm so sorry.
The women and children.
Are you using a BS card?
No, oh no, I'm just saying if you like war criminals.
I appreciate it,
then
Magneto
I'm with your
lover.
pick.
Can we move on? Can we move on? Thank you so much.
BT Kingsley.
I'm gonna go Flash.
Bullshit! I'm calling bullshit right now. And you know I'm calling bullshit. You don't know shit about the goddamn Flash.
Ezra Miller.
And you're Marvel, and you know that that's my pick.
Shouldn't have picked that bullshit ass.
Before you call bullshit, I'd like to hear why you're choosing Flash.
Okay.
I love the Flash.
Okay.
All of the Flashes. He has like a little cool Flash earring. Like a little lightning earring, but I'll give you this, Tangerine.
You are
Yes.
a bitch.
I will gladly
I
hand
hate
over
you.
the Flash
Uh-oh.
if he gives up Michael Keaton as Batman.
Unfortunately, Tangerine, based on this show, which I'm a huge fan of,
Ding!
that is not how this show works.
It can.
The way that this show works is you have to explain your pick.
I love.
So
Just a moment.
explain why you love the Flash.
She didn't tell me to do that.
Well, he was in the middle of telling me, and he said he had a nice earring with a flash on it. And
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
really,
he
really
was-
fast.
That's why he was
Fastest
choosing Flash.
character ever. He can tap
Just
into the
a
Speed
moment.
Force. He can reverse time. He's done a lot. He's one of the most powerful Justice League characters that there is.
What's his mother's name?
Doesn't matter.
Just a moment, Tehran.
I would like to take this opportunity to lock in Batman. Thank you so much. I would like to use my lock for Batman. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please carry on.
So there's a barter on the table.
You can have it.
CT.
It's a solid deal, CT.
I am giving you the Carlton from Bel Air chin right now.
That's a lot of chin.
That's a lot of chin.
I am staying firm.
That's this much chin.
Yes. Yes. He has offered to just give you the Flash if you would give him
No.
Michael
Take
Keaton
the
Batman.
Take
And
the deal.
Flash is better than Michael Keaton's Batman.
CT. This is the kind of behavior that leads to the downfall of our community.
You are absolutely right.
But take the deal.
Let me also
Do
say
not
this.
take the deal. Stand on your foundation.
I'm standing on it.
You know
Come
this
on, man.
man.
You're my best friend.
This
You
is
know
your
what?
man.
You get your filthy
I'm
hands
gonna
off
make the
me.
decision
Can I say one thing?
quickly.
Okay. Everybody watching the show, y'all don't know they edited out the other part. All right, keep going. They edited the part out where I was making sense. So they don't want you to see that. So they want you to see BT making no sense because BT is ridiculous. Keep going, Tangerine.
I'm gonna make the decision as my leadership position here as moderator. I know and I can tell from this conversation what the Flash means to you. That is your pick, CT.
Thank you. I want to lock in the Flash.
going to start with Heather.
Yeah, good pick.
A Super Mario.
Now.
Did he not? Did the princess not yell out, help, help? Okay. Super Mario.
We all know that princess was fucking Koopa. Everybody knows that.
That's a no fact.
Anybody
That's a
come
fact.
through with some help.
She
Bowser
said,
was getting them draws.
And Luigi.
And Yoshi.
hell.
Yoshi used to see Princess America.
The princess was for everybody. We already know.
Right.
Okay, the point is, he had powers. He got bigger. He saved the fucking princess. She yelled out, all your criteria is met on Super Mario.
He didn't have superpowers. He was a drug addict.
He got bigger and
Neither's
faster.
Batman.
All he did
No.
was
He
drug.
got
One
drugs.
at
He
a
used
time.
drugs. He used drugs. He was a drug addict.
He was a drug addict.
Okay, mushrooms. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. He
And
got the job
flowers.
done.
He might not have had
He
nothing.
could have kept fixing the pipes and been like, fuck that bitch yelling. He didn't. He answered the call.
Technically,
that was one of your
we-
one of
He's
yours.
a hero, not a superhero.
Batman doesn't have
His
powers
name is
either.
Super Mario.
Oh, I like this answer.
Batman has no powers either.
No. It wasn't the fact that we said powers is a prerequisite to superhero. Said he has no powers. That's it. Simply put. However, when it comes to the concept of him, instead of fixing pipes, he decided to go and lay that pipe. He went to go lay that pipe with the
Ow.
princess. I completely understand. But did he save an entire world? And the answer is yes. In Super Mario 3, he saved that entire world. That is actually a valid.
But I don't think none of this is actually happening. I think that there was a plumber that showed up somewhere, took some mushrooms, and this is all a
And on
trick.
his
This is
mind.
all
The princess is the chick that hired him. The pipes are there. He's,
like
just,
that.
he's just tripping. The dog
It's
is
weird.
Yoshi's.
It's the weird.
That would
The
be
Goombas
movie-
are the roaches. It's just like a
like
weird
that.
trick.
He had a cape.
I like
He had a
that.
cape.
He could fly for a certain area.
That was an apron that was hanging on the refrigerator.
So we have Heather J's choice of Super Mario. I think I like it. Very
Nice.
creative. CT, you've already given us Flash, so you don't need to vote for this one. And BT, you're going to give me two choices, but first I'm going to go to Chaz.
The most underrated superhero is Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is my guy. Nightcrawler, first of all, saved the entire X-Men franchise movie because he had the greatest scene in X2 in the White House. It was the best scene of any of those.
It didn't
X-Men
take
movies.
much.
Well, because those X-Men movies are trash, but Nightcrawler saved it all by
Yes, it was.
himself.
Okay, what did he say? What was his line?
As far as what?
In the White House scene, what was his line?
I'm
It's
talking
the
about
greatest
Nightcrawler
scene.
as a
I remember
whole.
lines from movies that have the greatest scenes, right? I was out, and then they pulled me back in. That's a great line. That's a great line.
What does that got to do with
what is
Nightcrawler
White
being
House-
the
what
most
is his
underrated?
line?
What is the line that he says?
In the White House?
Yeah.
Who cares?
No, he
Because
didn't
it's not
talk.
a great
He
line.
didn't
It's not a
talk at
great
all.
scene.
Isn't it?
It's
His
not
whole
a good
entire
scene.
scene.
He doesn't talk.
He does. He goes like this. He goes.
He doesn't talk. That's a silent scene. There's no words.
The acrobats, the ability to stick to walls, move all that good stuff. He's one of the most underrated. He can get in and out
It's
of
a
anywhere.
well
And he
choreographed
saves a
scene.
lot of
That's what
people.
it is.
It's amazing.
not-
It's
yeah.
well choreographed.
So well choreographed.
Nobody's challenging you.
Well, because they know it's a great pick.
No, we're not
It's not
challenging.
challenging. It's just
we
not.
don't challenge stupidity. Like, it's not something you would like to do.
It's not popping though. It's like, it's okay.
Nightcrawler's the most underrated X-Men there is. He's
The most underrated X-Men there is?
Cyclops.
He's
is
literally on
Cyclops.
every-
Cyclops is the
far.
most useless one. So
Cyclops, the entire X-Men
I'm done.
universe.
That's
The ride
Where is it?
over the Summers
Zach.
family.
Zach.
If there
I don't
is
have
no
my glasses.
Summers.
Where's my glasses?
Zach.
I'm useless without my cape. Open
Technically,
my eyes.
those beams are coming from another dimension.
So you're making fun of nearsighted and farsighted?
That's what it sounds like to
I
me.
was making fun of people with optic blast, but if you want to put them all in one,
We are moving on. Tehran, what is yours?
My pick is going to be Spawn.
Spawn.
Spawn is my pick. Not only was Spawn literally a franchise in Image Comics,
Yes.
changed the art direction of comics going forward from that moment with Todd McFarlane, but also a Detroit native, Al Simmons, Special Forces, right? Decorated soldier, comes home, black man, goes to hell and back for real, not like Nightcrawler's walking through hell.
but his father's a demon. But go ahead.
And goes on to become a superhero in many ways. In many ways. And this is the opposite, where this is the hero we need, even though we don't deserve it.
I love Spawn. That's a great
Spawn's a
pick.
great
He held up
dispute
Image
that.
almost solo dolo. So I appreciate it.
Great.
I respect it.
That was a good
Great.
Great pick.
No arguing, no debating. You played your case perfectly. You get two choices now.
Oh, do I?
Yes.
First choice. billion. Black Panther. Said that meant to represent that. I don't think much more needs to be said. We all get it, man.
So that means, are you choosing Chadwick Boseman?
I am choosing Black Panther and all his iterations.
Y'all done made this man.
I'm gonna duality that with Iron Man. Very underrated back in the days. Starts off a little slow, but by the time we get to the movies, we all love them. We all had shed tears.
So that's...
We all shed tears. You didn't cry? Did you not cry? Did you not cry? You didn't cry when Iron Man died?
Hell no.
Okay.
All right, we are going to round 4, and we are starting with BT.
I ain't gonna lie to you. This is a personal pick for me. I'm just on some cool shit right now. I'm just on some cool shit. Coolest superhero
Spit it out.
probably ever. You know what I mean? Gambit, baby. I got to put Gambit in there. One of the coolest characters aesthetically. His appearances have always felt very impactful, and he feels like a ancillary character. He's like a second or third character that just always holds ground great. Everybody loves Gambit. Everybody loves Gambit, hands down, one of my favorites.
You know, I would like to say Gambit is a hero, but is he a superhero?
Yes!
Is there anything super about Gambit?
Yes,
If I wanted Gambit, if I want somebody... Look, Gambit is definitely Marvel Comics' Mr. Steal Your Girl. I get that, okay? I get it. And also, it's cool that he throws decks of cards. Like, it's very cool. It looks cool. It's like...
It's not cool if you're in the middle of a game with him, but keep going.
He's an Omega level mutant, by the way. Like, if he throws a deck of cards trying to be nice, he could just grab your leg and blow that bitch off.
So do we like his choice, Gambit?
No, we don't like.
Everybody loves Gambit.
So it's safe. Nobody's gonna steal him for real.
I'm gonna call Bush. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I'm calling Bush.
Okay.
Because you can't have Wolverine and Gambit on your list. I'm sorry.
They're basically the same character. That's a good call.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because the reason why Gambit wasn't featured in the films is because they said he was too close to Wolverine, and that's why he said Wolverine was, push. I've been team Gambit from day one. I feel like you just maybe grabbing at something so that your list could pop. Because up until now, it's really disappointing.
Ooh.
So I don't know.
The list is disappointing.
His list, she says.
Wolverine, Black Panther, Iron Man.
What is Gambit's name? What is Gambit's full name?
Remy LeBeau. I'll be honest with you. I've honestly considered naming my future son Remy.
Drink Remy. Okay.
That's a unisex name. I just realized that. Another question. Where is he from?
He's from Louisiana. Not sure what city. I want to say Baton Rouge, but I could be wrong. And I'll add an addendum, just so we're clear. When Heather made this challenge, she said that he wasn't featured in movies because him and Wolverine are just like, you know where Gambit appeared?
Where?
In the second Wolverine movie.
We know, but that's...
So is he like Wolverine or not? He was in the second game. He was in the second movie.
It was actually in the first.
Yeah, it was the first
It
one.
was the Wolverine. He was in the very first origin.
You're right. He was in the...
I know I'm right.
But then why you say he wasn't even in
I
there?
said he
She's
wasn't
saying he wasn't
featured.
featured in his own movie
He didn't get his own
because
movies.
he's so much
and he
like
should have been
Wolverine.
in all the X-Men, the first X-Men trilogy.
How would you like DC? What are we...
Actually, I don't know.
You ain't even rushing to go see the movie. I'm going to buy a ticket. You're not even going to buy a ticket.
You've answered well enough for me.
I
You
think
can
he
keep
can-
those.
I'll give you one more just random.
Okay.
At Comic-Con, I literally grabbed Tehran to go see somebody dressed up because it was so amazing how much they nailed it. Who was the character?
Gambit.
Oh my God, that doesn't mean that.
I'll allow you to keep it. Thank you for challenging. That makes
All right.
this. That makes this.
He had the black eyes with brown was
At Comic-Con, while I was hosting, BT was also performing. He literally stopped the show, went and commented, was like Gambit, and made the comment that Gambit is one of my favorite superheroes. He
And that's why I'm allowing him
Well,
to keep it
then
on
maybe
his
we
list.
should call BS on the Wolverine then, because you cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve two masters.
All right. So
no bastard, no
next
black man.
up, let's go to CT.
I will choose Static Shock as my pick. Static Shock, Virgil Hawkins. is the epitome of a superhero. He got his powers when he wasn't even 16 years old. I think he was 12. And he got his powers in a Big Bang incident that everybody, every gangster, every bad person, and innocent bystanders around the city were around this nucleus for all these chemicals to combust. Everybody gets powers and ends up getting mutated. A couple of people...
I call BS.
Excuse me, I'm not done. A couple of people became villains with their powers, stealing everything.
He ride a little skateboard, a little hoverboard in there.
He didn't have a skateboard. He would change a sewer into...
and then he would, yeah, exactly. I remember all that.
Anyway.
I put you on a Static Shock.
You did not. I
my
didn't even know
goodness.
you when I watched Static Shock. I was 12.
I was there, bro.
Static Shock is one of my favorite
Keep going. Keep talking.
superheroes. Superhero Static Shock. Woo woo.
I don't want to call BS. I do like Static Shock.
Yeah.
All right.
Static
Static Shock's
Shock.
great.
Solid pick, bro.
I like when you guys give me an answer that you're passionate about. That's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Tehran, you're next.
My fourth pick is going to be Phoenix from the X-Men. Now, Phoenix, Jean Grey, an actual Omega level mutant, also represents the best of struggle, mental powers, as well as having forms of mental problems, and something we talked about because of her socially, was a representative of what mutants are. Actually was technically the first X-Men, though a lot of people think it's Scott Summers. Professor X connected with Jean Grey first. One of the best X-Men storylines in Dark Phoenix, one of the most important imperative characters in the Age of Apocalypse storyline, and is the basis, with Scott Summers' love, the basis of the entire X-Men universe.
love Phoenix.
Their love actually defines the entire universe that continues throughout that X-Men continuation. So
That was
Jean
great because
Grey,
you made it specific about X-Men as opposed to Marvel. But for the X-Men, it is that love story. True change.
100%. So that's
I
why.
like that.
If Gambit wanted to, he could have fucked Jean
For
Grey.
Jean Grey, yeah, but Phoenix was a fuck up. She murdered half the fucking world on accident. She had zero. Wait a second.
That was Dark Phoenix.
Because because
Let
she
him
had
finish.
she had zero control of her power. She didn't. It wasn't like she became this. She got possessed, right? So she's not even really Phoenix.
No, Dark Phoenix is the possession.
it's the
However,
same-
Phoenix
no, it
is
was
not.
the same person
it was
in there.
the entity because of her powers association to allow it, and
No.
because she's so strong.
Jean Grey
That's
got
not
the
true.
power of the Phoenix, correct?
Sure.
The Dark Phoenix, who was the Phoenix,
Sure.
took over. When Jean Grey couldn't control the Phoenix anymore, she
couldn't
went
control
berserk
anything.
because Jean Grey was always weak.
She's an anti-hero.
She was a hero for 2 seconds before she got overpowered.
So sorry, you chose a person who was a villain for 2
who
decades.
saved a marginalized group of people and had an island who
That
protected
is your
everybody.
catchphrase for this
That's all-
episode.
that's all I
Save
got.
the marginalized group of
people.
people.
All about the marginalized.
I wish there was a black island that some superpower her was
So
protecting
when we
us.
started, he was literally like Magneto. Was like,
Yeah.
what did he do?
I'm sorry, Chad.
What did he do?
You chose the Saddam Hussein of heroes and decide that makes everyone.
Magneto
not
killed
okay. I'm
way
so
more
sorry.
So
What did he
next
say?
up, Chaz.
So my hero is Deadpool. That is the mark with the mouth, Wade Wilson. This is a guy who cannot be killed. He has a faster healing power than Wolverine
Watch your
himself.
tone. Watch your tone.
He has a faster healing power than they make this up. He's not afraid of the violence. He's not afraid to talk that shit when he's beating your ass. Spider-Man to make him the cute stuff. Merc with the mouth was like, oh, you feel that sword in your ass? Yeah, that's me. That's your boy Deadpool. He's hilarious. He breaks the
He's
fourth
funny.
wall in his comics. He has his own individual style, which everybody tries to copy. Because the R-rated movies are happening now because of Deadpool. He has pushed comic books to the next level in the future, all because of Wade Wilson.
You don't want Wonder Woman?
All Chaz
I'm gonna try to throw y'all off now.
That
all
gotta do.
Chaz and Fix cover their face.
What's that guy?
I'm just saying. I just
A lot of heroes
all,
wear masks.
All your picks
A
cover
lot of
their
heroes
face.
A lot of my heroes wear masks.
A lot of
And
your-
Nightcrawler doesn't have a mask. Neither does Magneto. He just has
got
a
a
helmet thing.
bullshit-ass
But that's to
face,
keep
though.
Professor X out of it.
Yeah, but he blows so fast you don't really see his face. I don't know. I feel like it's something psychological to you.
She's calling out your insecurities. Heather, your choice?
All right. I didn't fight over Batman because I knew I was picking Nightwing. Dick Grayson.
Oh, so you picked not Batman. I completely understand. I completely
I
understand.
picked Dick Grayson because Dick Grayson was trained by the Dark Knight and went on to lead his own crew. And he's down for Batman like a real son. Even when he's mad at him, their relationship to me is wonderful. It's real. It's like a parent and a son. I hate you, but I'm not gonna let nothing bad happen to you. I get mad at you, but I still love you. I still show up for you. And when Damian Wayne is disrespectful to Batman and Alfred, the way Nightwing cut into him is beautiful to watch to me. I love when he's like, hey, watch your mouth, little boy.
Batman
You ain't down with these niggas yet.
is such an amazing character, and DC is so full of shit.
Okay, anyway.
They know that that's their amazing character.
Why I can't-
We have 3 characters with a little bat on their chest. This is
We have
fucking
more than
ridiculous.
Well, it's a whole Bat-verse, obviously. Or
And
whatever.
which is
So
really
what I'm
sad.
saying is at the beginning of the Bat-verse,
like the
there is Dick Grayson.
No, there's no X-Men.
And
There's
Dick
no-
Grayson grows to be his own man.
What is Dick Grayson's mom's name?
Martha!
I'm curious to see when the audience watches this if they'll agree with the unique choices or are they still looking for those hits that they're used to seeing. This will go quickly. I just want you to say the name and not explain why. All right, so to start off round 5, CT, this pose, I can't take it. CT, you're first.
All right, I'm going to pick Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
Tehran.
My last pick is Captain Planet.
He's our hero.
It's the
He's
look
our
in
hero.
the camera.
We'll take pollution
We're not
down.
going to
Down to
talk
a
about
zero.
why yet.
I recycle because of Captain Planet. That's all I'm saying. Go, please.
Chaz.
I'm picking a Detroit native of Cyborg.
DC. Good for
It's
you.
my only DC pick.
I noticed.
BT.
Go to Heather.
BT.
Green Lantern.
Which one?
Or the
Which
white
one?
one?
I want all the Green Lanterns, not the
No,
whole Lantern
no.
Corps,
You can't
but
do that.
specifically the black one. I don't-
Can't do that.
You
John
want
Stewart.
half
John
done.
Stewart?
I want John Stewart.
John Stewart.
But Green Lantern as a whole.
You want Ryan Reynolds?
Okay.
I can. I want
I
all
got
the
it.
Green Lanterns.
I
If
got
that was
it.
the case, you could
I
say
can do
I
all the
want the
Batman.
X-Men.
It's
No, you
two-
can't.
Guy, no,
different-
there's Guy
two
Gardner,
different-
there's John Stewart,
It's a girl
there's
in
Hal
there.
Jordan.
There's a
Okay, then I want the Barry Flash.
You can't. I already have him.
Okay, then I want the other Flash.
Why are you so ridiculous?
You started this.
And it was
I
very
did kinda
clever,
start.
CT. I love it.
I know.
It was
That's
very
what's
clever.
You know what it is? BT is angry that I out-clevered him.
No. Hey man, sometimes your friends put you on the shit. If
Heather.
you taking Barry Flash, I want the other Flash.
Which one? Because you don't know their names.
The other one?
There's
Wally.
There are 4.
Wally.
Okay.
I got Wally Flash. You got Barry Flash.
All right, Heather.
Okay, Charles Xavier.
That was great.
Okay.
Great. You love Marvel.
You mean the,
No, I
the guy
don't.
who
You got a
can't-
Marvel tattoo.
can't get Magneto's mind when he was okay, that's all.
No,
okay.
he controls everybody else's mind, and I respect
You should
him.
send your mother a fruit basket every other week to raise you. Must have just, oh my God. Captain Planet set that list off, boy.
Thinking back to everyone's list, before we lock anything in, is there anybody that wants to make a switch or a steal or a challenge? BT's hand went up first.
No, go ahead. Let him go.
No, you host. Let's see
No,
what
I'm
you
a
got to
gracious
say.
host.
Because it's
Now
going to be
he's the
ridiculous.
host.
I'm a
Okay,
gracious
so
host.
now Tehran's
Now
hand is
he's the
up.
host.
Well, I was before Tehran.
Tehran's hand is up
Yeah,
and yours
I was-
went down.
I would like to lock in Batman. Thank you. Before anything happens,
Batman
I would
is
like to
locked.
lock in Batman. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so how does this work? I can trade someone?
If they agree to it,
Okay.
or there'll be some type of challenge.
All right. I would like to trade Michael Keaton's Batman for Captain Planet.
I completely understand.
But then he would have 2 Batmans on his list.
I'm sorry, I can't make that trade. But you, and as a good friend, and I respect you. You know this, CT.
Wait,
I respect
don't go
you.
nowhere.
And I respect you as well.
Wait,
Chaz.
Tehran,
If it did
I'll
come out
trade
that
you
way,
all
I
the
think you're
Green
brilliant.
Lanterns for Captain Planet.
No.
Chaz, you're fine with your list? Everything's locked?
All right, you guys all shitted on my Nightcrawler, even though he means a lot to me. Therefore, I would pick the person who means the next most to me, and that's the Hulk. So I will.
You should have led with him.
I mean,
Well,
that's the
I
best
went-
person on your whole list.
Well, Magneto is, but
No.
because he's you guys know what it is.
Magneto.
Hey, stop,
guys
leave
know what it
Chaz
is.
alone. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Tehran is on fire. Okay, so you've got the Hulk and everything else you're good with.
Yeah, my list is unbeatable. That's my list is. Come on, man.
That list is
Your list is
sad.
extremely beatable.
No,
His
it's
list
not.
is sad.
All right.
It
What are you
makes me
talking
wanna
about?
hug you.
With your list,
Magneto
CT,
alone.
you happy with it?
I am extremely happy because we got the captain of the team, Michael Keaton's Batman.
Because he got to cheat. Of course he's happy.
That wasn't cheating. He followed the rules.
I followed the rules.
Sure,
BT?
okay, guys.
You got to follow the rules.
I'm gonna make a pivot.
Oh, of course you are.
Iron Man's first half of his career is sus.
You mean the first 60 years?
But he came back strong.
With Robert Downey Jr.
Absolutely.
Kevin Feige and that whole
Absolutely.
generation, sure.
I want Blade.
Instead of Iron
Why
Man.
wasn't he on your list?
I
Didn't you
was
just
not
list last
on
season?
list.
All right, and so Heather, you happy with your list?
Nope. I want to switch out Charles Xavier for Captain James T. Kirk.
What?
Yo, Captain Picard couldn't even beat Zulu on his own shit. Captain Planet, I can literally throw down a gum wrapper and I destroyed this cat. Whoever the hell BT picked. And Michael Keaton's Batman? None of them. Look, Magneto, he saved and marginalized a group of people.
Here's the problem. My list is too fire for them to appreciate. The fact that they allowed me to have Superman, Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman, and Wonder Woman in the same list is so absurd to me. However, we're dealing with BT Kingsley. We all know he's ridiculous. And if anybody thinks that my list isn't good, I'll block you.
I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm the only one that picked people from different universes. While they polarized between Marvel and DC, I hit every aspect of our childhood because I thought like that. Because I'm smarter than all of them.
Captain Kirk is stupid. Captain Planet is ice. Clearly, he got ice skin. There's a lot of nonsense we've heard on this, especially Michael Keaton's Batman. That doesn't matter. Wolverine, Blade, Gambit, Black Panther, and all the Green Lanterns. All of them.
Captain Planet, he's our hero, gonna take pollution down to a zero. Earth, wind, water, fire, heart.